Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fan.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is James Jimmy Hills. I'm the host of Java with Jimmy, and we are live from Boston Public Market here with Cheryl, who is not a stranger to the Java Cafe. We have a live audience here, and so they believe me. Can you all just clap and make some noise in the background? Good move, Cheryl. So, Cheryl, we are professionals at this. This is your fifth time on the show. And let me just get you there. So we got Cheryl's volume there. You've been with us a couple of times, and I really enjoy being part of Boston Public Market's entrepreneurship program, bring attention to it. We're going to have some tasting and some food. So if you would do me a favor, go ahead. We have your own camera for you today, Cheryl. So go ahead and greet the folks right there and say good morning.
Everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Boston Public Market. We are, first of all, Jimmy, so happy to have you here. As we've discussed before, at this point, we view you as a partner with us in the Entrepreneurship Forum program, along with Citizens, of course, who is the presenting sponsor of this amazing program we run, which you'll hear about more in a few minutes. But it's also a wonderful time and year for us to have you here as well, because in addition to the Entrepreneurship Forum, we are celebrating two things right now. Number one, this is the 10th birthday of the Boston Public Market. The market literally opened in July of 2015. And, it's been a journey for all of us through COVID, through everything. And here we stand very proud of ourselves and all the work that all of our vendors have done as well. And we also are very pleased to be celebrating the fact that this year, the Boston Public Market was just named by USA Today as the third best public market in the country.
So, if I can chime in and ask you, do you have a number of just the idea of how many public markets are in the country?
There are, probably at least a couple hundred, if not more. I mean, all over the place. Urban areas and rural areas view public markets as a real way to connect the community. So they're very popular, and it's also a great way to support farmers and entrepreneurs and food producers. So we're in very good company, and we're incredibly proud of that achievement. Most of the other public markets on the list have been around for much longer. So we're amazing, as we always say and know.
Absolutely. And one of the major pieces when you talk about support, and one of the reasons I believe that Boston Public Market was voted the third was that the entrepreneurship program, like you all work with your vendors, you support them, you do a lot. We're actually going to meet one in just a couple of seconds. But Cheryl, I cannot have you here today with so much that's going on, the economy, grants and different things. How are you doing? And tell us a little bit about, we need celebrations. So 10 years is happening. Before we get ready to close out with your segment, just let us know what to expect from Boston Public Market, its commitment to keeping things well for families, and also give us a couple of teasers of what we can expect for the 10-year.
Well, on the 10-year piece, I'll be honest, there were a few moments during COVID, and I know that many of us experienced this, where we weren't quite sure if we would be able to celebrate 10 years. So we're incredibly proud of that. It's a really exciting year for the market. We have all of our spaces full at the market. We had just under 1.7 million people come through the market in 2024. We continue to be a vibrant destination in downtown Boston, and we continue to be very focused on celebrating entrepreneurship. We are so incredibly grateful for the support of our local public officials, City Hall. I do want to call out in particular Chairman Aaron Michaelwitz, who's been an incredible supporter of the market.
Aaron is definitely a good guy. I run into him a lot lately. And I think, did we have a conversation with him him here one of
At
the
one
shows?
point,
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes. So and when we're enjoying tremendous community support. We've already started our 10th birthday celebrations. We had a kid's birthday party. We've got lots of activities going on, all of which will culminate in our 10th birthday harvest party in October, which, as you know, is our major fundraiser of the year, and more to come on that for everybody.
Okay, Cheryl, as always, it is so awesome to see you. We're getting ready to bring one of our vendors to come chat with us, and Audrey Yap, who is the owner of the Noodle Lab, is coming up. We're going to take a quick 2-second break, and we will be right back with you. Hey, everybody, we're back. This is James Jimmy Hills, and we're here at Boston Public Market. And as you know, as we've done a couple of shows before, I have the opportunity to introduce those that have benefited from the great work that Cheryl and her team are doing. And the first person I have with me this morning is Audrey Yap. Audrey is the owner of the Noodle Lab, which is a current vendor. So Audrey, good morning. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me.
I am so glad that you're here with us today. And so tell us about the Noodle Lab. Like, are you testing? Are you like, what are you doing in there?
So yes, the original idea was to do different flavored ramen. So curry noodles, basil infused, spinach, different types of flavors and noodles. But so far, we've just kind of still doing ramen, and we make our own broths. We are going to start making our own noodles soon. We bought a ramen machine from Japan, which can do our own noodles, and that's when we'll actually do the infused flavors.
Infused flavored of noodles?
Yeah.
Give me an idea of what that infused flavor is. A couple examples of what you're thinking.
So they do just like the Italians would have the I think Seven Hills does it. So it's a similar idea, a spicy chili based noodle, which is bright and red, or basil ramen, which, would go really well with a light broth, the shio broth. So we're going to do more of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Any plans on any truffle infused?
Truffle? Oh, we hadn't thought of that.
Truffle parmesan?
Yeah.
Just a little, it's a lab. I mean, you can try it.
Definitely. Yes. Open to trying different things.
Speaking of trying, as you all know, when I'm here at Boston Public Market, some of our vendors bring some things for me to test. I've already been told that I can only take small bites and taste a little bit, Erin. And so we're going to go now. Jesus Lord. Okay.
So this is our tori paitan with our marinated egg, some Asian greens, a spicy miso ground pork, and shiitake, marinated pickled shiitake mushrooms.
Do you mind passing me the I don't need the fork. Nope, I need the
chopsticks.
Yes.
All right.
We're going to
slurp
taste this
as loud as you like.
I was already told that I can't slurp.
No. Go ahead.
All right, let's see.
That's the best part. I don't hear it. You tried.
No, because I have to be honest. The first thing I taste is the broth.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't even get the noodles in.
Okay.
But this is so flavor packed.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit this is ramen. So give us a little bit of the history, because A lot of people know about ramen, college students, and you know the little 29-cent pack.
Yeah.
But tell us about the culture of it, the history of ramen.
Yeah.
While I enjoy this.
So the broth is usually takes 14 to 18 hours on a nice low simmer, and it's a bone broth. So we've got what we did, since ours is chicken, we use chicken feet for the collagen and the creaminess of that, chicken backs, so lots of bones, and to make the broth. We don't want the meat of the broth to overpower any of that. But it's a long simmer along with aromatics, and we boil it right here at the market.
You may not hear a slurp, but you heard the sniffle, because just the warm broth and the flavor of it is just amazing. And so, Audrey, tell us about your experience here at Boston Public Market before we let you go and get ready for the lunch rush.
Okay.
Tell us about the experience working with Cheryl.
Yeah, we applied back in 2014, and the application process was pretty long. We had a couple interviews, and for most of the vendors who opened with the market had a proof of concept. All I had was a business plan and an idea, nothing for them to visit, no farm, no restaurant, not a kitchen. So I felt like they took a really huge chance on us, and included us as one of 37 vendors among, I think, over 300 applications. And we initially had a 100 square foot stall, which grew into 200. And then the pandemic hit. My lease was up. I decided to take a break, and now we're back.
You're back.
Yes.
And how does it feel I'm sorry. How does it feel to come back into this space where you welcome back, presumably? Yes. How does it feel to be back?
Oh, it feels amazing. I am looking forward to seeing our guests and working with the market again. It's been a tremendous experience.
Okay. And I have to say, it was a tremendous experience tasting the ramen from the Noodle Lab. Let's give Audrey a hand.
Thank you.
Audrey, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
We're going to take a quick break again, and we will be back with you in a couple of seconds. We're going to hear from Jennifer Lee from Jennifer Lee's Bakery in just 2 seconds. We will be right back with you.
This is Fuel. This is Growth. And this is our Earthshot, a reboot of belief in our ability to live sustainably, a renewable source of the one resource we can't live without: hope.
We are back here at the Boston Public Market, and just that quick, we're going from ramen to we're going to talk to Jennifer Lee of Jennifer Lee's Bakery, and I have to focus because she already I can see the pastry. So Jennifer, welcome to Java with Jimmy. First thing I have to ask you is that pink or is that red in your hair?
It's natural red. I'm very Irish and Italian, but it's natural.
Okay, natural red. Obviously, you see red as my color.
Yes.
So I have to ask that. So please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about Jennifer Lee. Now, is it Jennifer Lee's Bakery? Is it Jen's Bakery?
Jennifer Lee's Bakery.
Yes. Get it right.
Yes.
Get it right. Get it right. Tell us a little bit about Jennifer Lee's Bakery.
Yes. So Jennifer Lee's Bakery is top 9 allergen free and vegan. So we're completely free of gluten, eggs, dairy, peanuts, tree nuts, fish, shellfish, soy, and sesame. All my baked goods are also coconut free. So if you're like, what's in it? It's just dirt, guys. It's just New England dirt. That's how we make it all allergen free.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did you say New England dirt?
New England dirt. It's local. So we help little kids with food allergies. I have some customers that have over 20 food allergies, and I have some customers who just have one, who haven't had a pretzel in their whole life, haven't had a birthday cake. So I help little kids with food allergies all the way up to adults.
So your specialty is, and you just said that a lot of people have never had a pretzel.
Yes.
They've never had a
Can
cookie.
you imagine?
They've never had like carrot cake or anything. So you specialize in those that have over 20. You said you have one customer that has 20 allergies?
Yes.
And they're able to eat your treats?
Yes. Yes. So everything is completely dedicated free of all top 9 allergens, so that you never have to worry about cross-contamination with peanuts, gluten, eggs, dairy, everything.
Who
and we're completely vegan.
Is there anybody else like in the country or whatever that is doing like this?
No, there's not many of us. And I was definitely one of the first ones being top 9 allergen free. A lot of people call me a trailblazer, which is weird because I just see myself as like a normal baker. But like, I was definitely one of the first ones. Most bakeries usually focus on 1 or 2 allergies, like a peanut, tree nut free bakery or a gluten free bakery, but we do all of it.
Okay. And is this your first run through with Boston Public Market here with the Entrepreneur Program?
Yes.
So Cheryl and Chelsea, y'all have like one of the top brands here, a current vendor here at Boston Public Market. And so, but still to have one of the, like no one else in the country is doing this.
No, there's not
treats
many
that
of
are
us.
vegan and people gluten-free peanut. Go over the,
Yes. Okay. I'll go slow because I know there's a lot. So gluten, eggs, dairy, peanuts, tree nuts, fish, shellfish, soy, and sesame is a brand new one. So now there's top 9 instead of top 8 allergies. So that is never in my bakery. I call every manufacturer. I make sure everything is safe. I'm a little crazy about it, but all I care about is the safety. And that, you know, it makes me happy, which sounds horrible when a mom comes in and she's just crying because for the first time her kid can just have anything. And usually when they go to bakeries, they can't have anything.
again, we're highlighting the business end of it and
Yes.
whatnot, but I think that it just goes to another point with working with Boston Public Market. Then there's more, that meets the eye. So I just am personally like excited hearing about what you're doing, and I'm going to be excited because I get to taste.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you a very real question. Mm-hmm. With what you're doing to allow people, to taste these that have allergies, are we keeping the flavor?
Yes, so that's a big part for me. I want people to eat here because they want to, not because they have to. And because I personally don't have any food allergies, it's easy for me to taste allergen-filled items and make it allergen-friendly. So in your hand, we have a chocolate chip Chipwich. It's 2 chocolate chip cookies with vegan buttercream in the middle. I don't know how people eat it in one sitting. I couldn't. And then we also have a lemon raspberry cupcake.
All right, I got to stay focused. Okay. Well, Erin, do I a small bite? Okay. Oh, this one I can take a big bite. Okay. Oh. I'm trying to tell her to talk. Excuse me.
So a little bit about the bakery. I've had it for, how old am I? Oh, so I've had it for 14 years. A lot of people are like, you look
When did you start? When you were 10?
right. So I actually started the bakery when I was 17. I won a business plan competition in my high school senior year, the Nifty Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship. I went on to win 3rd place in regionals out of 1,100 students. And then I was just doing farmers markets, trying to pay my way through college. I was just doing farmers markets. And then in 2016, I popped up here as a temporary vendor and I applied to be full-time. I was only 21 at the time. So when I applied, I was like, there's no way they're going to accept my application. And they did. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I've been here for almost 10 years. March 2016 will be 10 years.
So you came in?
One of the almost originals.
Okay.
Yes. I think it was like 8 months after. But I've been here for a very long time and I absolutely enjoy this market. That's why I'm still here. It's like family here with all the vendors. Cheryl's been like a mom. It's just like, it's kind of been really nice.
I see you blushing, which means that again, for me, the partnership with Boston Public Market, it is a partnership and we're highlighting, yes, but there's so much more that happens here with Cheryl and the team. And so I saw that.
Yes.
And so, I didn't get to tell you. So you saw my face with the chocolate. When I tell you my mouth is on fire right now, between the chocolate chip cookie and the cream in the inside, and you don't, let me be honest with you, you don't lose any of the taste. And I'm not a sweets guy.
Yes.
These are just amazing. Just amazing. So you need to come to Boston. If you have children at home that have all of these allergies, make your way down to Boston Public Market. Along with everything else here, they can come and you said a mom cried. We got to stay on time and whatnot. And Cheryl or Chelsea, at some point, I want to talk with her offline, maybe on the show. Jennifer, first of all, you're dope with the red hair.
Oh, thank you.
That's just, but thank you for being with us today. And we're going to be back, folks, in just a few moments. We're going to come back and speak. We're going to come back in just a few moments, and we will be right back with you, everybody. All right, we'll be back with you in just a couple of seconds, everyone. Hey, everyone. We are back with our city council president, Rusi Lujian.
You finally got it right, Jimmy. Finally.
This is a very good friend of mine. I see you more in community, a lot here lately. We take pictures and selfies and whatnot, but I'm excited to have you here today to talk about the great work of Boston Public Market, the partnership and support you have with them. And so first of all, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's Thursday. It's it's summertime. We're not having the sweltering heat that we had the last 2 days. So I'm feeling good. How are you, Jimmy?
I am doing well, and I appreciate you asking. I am glad to be back at Boston Public Market. And so, you're in this area. Like, how often do you come over? Do you eat here? Obviously you eat here, but how often do you come over? Can you talk to us just about your relationship, not as even the counselor, as Ruthie, with all due respect, your relationship with Boston Public Market?
Yeah, one of the things that me and my chief of staff actually started doing, trying to get it right, get it tight as the summer comes, there's a space at the front that sells juices and acai bowls. So just a few weeks ago, we got a juice at the acai bowl. We love hanging out at the bar that's here. I see Phil Frateroli in the house. We love hanging out here and getting food here. So we think it's a great asset to the city and want to continue to support and want to continue to see it grow.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, one of the things that Cheryl talks about, and this is something that I know that you move on and is an advocate for, there is a food insecurity benefit by coming to Boston Public Market for our families and friends that work downtown. Can you just talk about how also Boston Public Market, for those that are downtown that are working a couple of jobs, they can come here, use their SNAP benefits and whatnot. Can you just talk about the benefit in the hood? They're down here, but there's a benefit still going all the way back up to Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan. Exactly.
And, Haymarket happens and it's on the weekends and it's right behind here. And so people can come. My parents are always coming to Haymarket, parking upstairs because they know they can get the parking validation and also be able to shop here. And so it's really important that we do all that we can to make this not only a tourist destination, but a destination for residents in the city of Boston. Or sometimes in my office, we were celebrating a birthday and we forget to pick up cupcakes. So we come here to the public market and we pick up cupcakes. So there are all these benefits. Or we go and we sit and we have, a glass of wine. All of that is made possible because of the public market.
And now you know that there's an option here that if you have staff that have allergies, they can come to Jennifer Lee's Bakery and get their birthday cake from there.
Exactly.
And so, Counselor, I know you are extremely busy. I appreciate you stopping in with us today. What do we have coming up from you? What's coming up?
First, I want to shout out the 2 women entrepreneurs who got spots, who won the opportunity to be here for the next year. So shout out to them and the public market and to everyone who's supporting our businesses. We know that it is incredibly hard to run small businesses. So we want to thank everyone here at the Boston Public Market for making that happen. And I also wanted to make sure that we uplift citizens who have been supportive of women entrepreneurship. So I want to give a big shout out to citizens for the work that they've been doing. And also, every day on the Boston City Council, I was on the phone yesterday with the director of small business for the city of Boston, Alicia Porcena. And
Shout out to Alicia.
I was talking to her about 2 Black-owned businesses that are really struggling. I was very happy on the Boston City Council to help advocate and get the refresh grants to help businesses as they were coming out of the pandemic that really have been beneficial to a lot of businesses in Roxbury and across the city. And so we don't have the refresh grants anymore, but we still have businesses that need support from the city and need supports from banks and businesses. So as a city council president and as an at-large city councilor, I try to be as helpful as we can to help businesses grow, to help ideas grow, and to help seed ideas that we think are going to help attract people to the city that is a growing global city, and that we want everyone to feel like they can be an entrepreneur here.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your entrepreneurship in servitude and civic engagement. One of your colleagues is here and is going to come and chat with us as well. We're going to do this sort of informally. I'll allow you to introduce her, but our city councilor, Zapata, is getting ready to come over. Come on over.
That's my girl, city councilor Gabriela Coletta Zapata is in the house. I love this girl, and I love working with her. I love having her as a colleague on the Boston City Council.
Look at the love.
She is the
I think we've met
bomb.com.
online before.
We have, yes. Good to see
It's a pleasure to meet you. So, Councilor Lucien, I got it right.
Oh, so now
Lucien.
I got to get up now? All right, okay.
I want to say you have to get across the street and do some legislating.
Thank you.
Councilor,
Let's give it
thank
up
you
for
so much.
Rootsy.
So, Councilor Zapata, Zapata. We're from Boston. It could be Zapata, but Zapata.
It's so Coletta Zapata. I just got married to my beautiful husband, and so I decided to take his last name. So Coletta Zapata.
Congratulations! And how long ago?
Thank you. A year and a couple months.
That's not just got married. Well, in comparison to some folks, it could be just got married, but congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So similar to Councilor Louisiane, I wanted to ask you about your relationship with Boston Public Market. And I would ask you, you can start with the formal as a counselor, how you support it, but then also talk about personally how you may have benefited from the market here.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here. Happy 10th anniversary to the Boston Public Market. So professionally, I represent this district. I'm the city councilor that represents East Boston, Charlestown, but also the North End. And due to redistricting, I just picked up this area that also includes City Hall. So I am the councilor that represents this market, and I'm very proud of that.
Hold on. City Hall has a representative?
I am the representative of City Hall. That is my home base. That is my home base. And I love that building. It's beautiful. I don't care what anybody has to say. I love that building. And so professionally, I'm very proud to represent this market. Personally, I am a frequent customer of this market. So I come in, I get donuts, I get smoothies, I get tuna for my poke bowls that I make with my husband almost every week. And I love this market so much because of the fact that it demonstrates some of the incredible businesses that we have in this community. So while I am the counselor, I'm also a frequent customer.
Absolutely. Let me ask you about when you say, demonstrates the community. I'm sure you know Cheryl and the work that's going on here. We're going to talk about the program. We have some current vendors here that don't just speak to the entrepreneurship program, but Jennifer said that Cheryl's like a mom. You know what I mean? And she's been in for 10 years, not necessarily with the program. Can you talk about the importance of the type of support and the work that Cheryl does here for the entrepreneurs, along with citizens as well?
Absolutely. And I do just want to give a shout out. I forgot to mention that I'm also a frequent flyer of the Pine Bar. So I want to shout out Phil Frateroli as well, who is an incredible entrepreneur and restaurateur himself. So I just found out today that the market, and I should have known this, and I apologize, they provide a free space for a local business, a woman-owned and minority-owned business. And I think that is so incredible. And I just met the winners, and they are doing zero-waste sustainable bags. And as the chair of the Environmental Justice, Sustainability, and Parks Committee, that is something that is super important. And it demonstrates the incredible innovation that's taking place in our communities. And the fact that now they have a stall here free of rent for residents and tourists alike, I think is absolutely incredible. And to me, it's super important. And the market also supports local community-based organizations like NEMPAC, which is the North End Music Performance Arts Center. I hope I got that right. I've come here and there's been fundraisers for that organization and many other organizations. And so they do give back to the community quite a bit.
That's one of the other things, if we could just plug real quick, if you're in this area, Boston Public Market, you can also reach out to them and utilize this wonderful space and work with their vendors for going away parties, retirement parties, back to school parties, government meetings. We want to give a special shout out to another official who's in the building, two of them, Matt Borders, special events, and also from the Office of Economic Development, Daniel Laurent is in the building as well. But give them definitely a hand. But you can see through the activity here right now, yes, some are coming in for the tourist piece, but similar to what I asked Councilor Roofsy, can you talk about, this is in your area, so this is your residence. So with Councilor Lugian, I was saying that, people that work down here, can you speak to your residents in this area? This is their local food supply place, accepting SNAP benefits and whatnot. Can you talk to your residents about properly or more utilization of Boston Public Market?
Absolutely. And I'm so happy that you brought this up. So this space doesn't just create community, it is for the community. And there are so many instances where this location and one of my top priorities on the council, because I'm the chair of the Environmental Sustainability Committee, is access to whole nutritious foods in close proximity to folks. And there is a market somewhere here. I usually get turned around in this market, but there's a market here that provides whole nutritious food at a lower cost for folks who need it most. And what we are seeing across, not just in Boston, but across Massachusetts and across the country, is a monopolization of grocery stores. And that's jacking up the prices. And so the fact that this small retailer can provide vegetables and fruits for folks who need it most, and it's transit accessible, is so important. And so I definitely want to shout out the markets that are here, the various food vendors, because it is accessible to them and you can take the tea home afterwards. I think that's awesome.
Definitely. Councilor Zapata, I want to thank you. I think we were on a Zoom. I'm not sure if the show, but we have seen each other, but face to face, I want to thank you for your support and in this area, and also reminding us that there are residents downtown near City Hall as well. And so thank you for representing that population. And last thing is, anything coming up for you? You have any events in the community that you want to share with the community?
We do, and thank you for this space. So thanks to my incredible staff member, Samantha, whose idea this was, we have a Sagra del Sugo, which is a festival of the sauces coming up.
Say it again, though.
Sagra del Sugo, which is a festival of the sauces, and it's a tradition in Italy that we're going to have in the North End on the Prado, July 19th at 12. And we're going to highlight all of the restaurants in the area, so you'll get a chance to taste and explore all of the restaurant sauces. And it's just a wonderful thing. And the best part about it is that we have nanas that are going to be the judging panel. So please come through. It's going to be
nanas,
awesome.
as in like old school nanas?
Old school nanas.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds really good. Listen, everyone, Councilor Zapata has to get ready to get back. We're going to take a quick break and come and talk back to one of our other vendors. And we will be back with you in just a couple of seconds.
Microphone check 1 2. Here we go. Java with Jimmy live at the City Winery. Microphone check 1 2. How you doing? I am well. Are you? We just here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time with everybody, hanging out at City Winery. Someone to perform, and they're taking pictures of us. Some will do like this real quick.
Hey, everybody, we are back, and I've been excited about the ramen. I definitely can still I got to make sure I have no frosting. I can still taste a little bit of the sweetness from and Murad is just going to come and just open it up before I can even talk to him. So my next guest right now is Murad Bazzoudi, owner of Moroccan Fusion. He's a current vendor here. I believe I got to chat with him the first year you came. I was one of the entrepreneurial awardees. And so you're still here, which means a lot. And I'm going to say something very serious to you. We talk about the importance of Cheryl and supporting women-owned businesses, but you being one of the few, along with Seven and some others, there's a few brothers in here. Do you get that same love as well?
Absolutely. You know, Jen Lee said she's like our mom. I'm going to be a little bit nice and say she's like our sister.
Okay. I think Cheryl would like that. More sister than mom. And so tell us a little bit about More Rockin', and then also tell us how it's been from the journey of being the awardee. You're still here. That means there's good relationship. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we start Moroccan Fusion. We started in 2016. Started as a food truck in the streets of Boston. From there in 2019, the end of 2019, we applied and we got approved for Boston Public Market. We got everything ready, all to go. Pandemic hit. And this is when Boston Public Market came in and helped us stay alive until, I'll be honest, until today. So, yeah. So the food we, if you want me to talk about the food
he's going to go. You go ahead and talk about the food, and I'm going to go ahead and do what I do.
Sure. So Moroccan Fusion, we serve Moroccan cuisine with a twist. So it goes from sweet lamb to braised beef, Moroccan style tofu, jalapeno chickpeas. We got roasted beets.
Murad, hold on for 1 second. We're going to give them a good shot.
Yep. All served over rice, finished with spicy harissa and white garlicky sauce.
All right. So describe to them what I'm about to eat.
Yep. So I made you a plate that has a combination of the lamb, which is you're gonna try right now. The sauce is spicy harissa and white sauce.
I don't care about the spicy.
It's braised. It's cooked for 6 hours. Use variety of different Moroccan spices. So yeah, that softness. That's what Moroccan Fusion is all about. It's actually number one dish is the lamb, sweet lamb.
So again, my taste buds are on fire, literally. And no, they're good. I like spicy. I've come here when I've been in the area, and I've come back away from the show, and I've supported your business because the fusion and the flavor, it is just amazing. And so
thank you.
Describe the fusion. When you say More Rockin', fuse with, what are the ideas? What are you kind of borrowing from other cultures? Tell us about the fusion.
First, I'm going to start with, when I came to the U.S., I noticed every single Moroccan restaurant, Moroccans, when they want to open a restaurant, they shoot for a high-end restaurant. So I just saw that's a little bit unfair for people. And I felt like maybe
you wanted to make Moroccan food accessible for everybody.
100%. So I felt like we can't keep all the flavors, all the food the way it is, just like we try in Morocco. Bring it down, something similar to Chipotle or Cadoba or Cava maybe.
Yep.
So you come in and you build your own bowl, just like you do in any other fast food industry. You do your base, you do your protein, your sauces and the sides. So this is I
thought you was going to go for, my mouth is literally still watering from the food is so good. And so last thing I'll ask you, what do you have coming up next? Are you coming up with any new concepts or any new dishes for More Rockin'?
No, actually, more dishes, absolutely. However, our concept is gonna stay the same
all the time
until we succeed, and we will succeed.
You are succeeding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the idea: is to bring Moroccan food to the level of fast food, by keeping all the goodness, all the good stuff, all the flavors, to introduce people. So, hey, you want to go spend more? Then you can go from us to the
other place.
Yes, sir.
But if you want the good, he said that part of his design intentionality was accessibility. And we talk about food insecurity around like fruits and vegetables and whatnot. Good cultural foods is a part of food accessibility as well. So, Murad, thank you as always.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
We're going to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back back with you in just a couple of seconds.
This is a farm, and this is growth. This is a brick, and this is a foundation. This is energy. This is fuel. This is a spark. And this is our Earthshot, a reboot of belief in our ability to live sustainably, an engine for enthusiasm about what's possible, and a year of generating more of the one resource we can't live without: hope.
Hey everyone, we are back and we have my good friend. I'm just going to kind of before you sit down, break protocol, because this is our third time.
So good to see you.
Listen, I'm going to say my friend because this is our third time doing this, and anyone that is staying consistent with supporting the great work here at Boston Public Market, I truly call a friend. I'm going to say this respectfully because it is a friend, but Lisa also looks like, you know, she's working out and doing some things. So go ahead, Lisa. Welcome back. Well, I'm saying you just keep doing it.
How big was I?
No, well, it depends on how often you come to Boston Public Market. No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, that's absolutely a factor. 100%.
So Lisa, a lot of our guests so far in the last couple of years have talked about the benefit and the impact of you and Citizens Bank's decision to keep supporting the entrepreneurial work that Cheryl and her team is doing here. And so first, let me back up a little bit. How are you? Because someone that's moving in this space and supporting businesses, and there's so much going on. So I have to ask how Lisa's doing, and then you can tell us about the business.
Lisa's doing great. I mean, how could I not be doing great? I have the best job in the city. Clearly, I get to spend my days with not-for-profits and middle market companies, and then I get to go out at night in my role as state president and go with not-for-profits and be in the community. And so I've got a great gig.
With that gig, one of your quote-unquote gigs or part of the portfolio that Citizens supports is the Boston Public Market. I'm just going to blatantly ask, why? Why do you keep this consistent, not a one and done? And why? I can at least attest to 3 years, it may be more, but each time we've done this, you and Citizens have been here. Why?
Why not? I mean, there's just so much that overlaps between the Boston Public Market and who Citizens is as an organization. It's in our DNA: small business support, minority, women. It checks all the boxes. And Cheryl and her team always just knock it out of the park. I mean, the opportunities that they're given to women and minorities is second to none. And they take this seriously. These are opportunities they would not get if it weren't for Cheryl and the Boston Public Market. So she makes it easy.
When, this is something that Citizens has been dedicated to, in general, without going into a lot of detail, these are some interesting times with the focus on women, people of color. Can you talk a little bit about Citizens' commitment to so you mentioned that you're always out with nonprofits. Talk about Citizens' commitment to working with those that need the help and need the support, because you can make a decision to recommend all you want, but there's a bigger entity that is behind you and backing you. So talk about the entity's commitment and mission to this type of support and this type of work.
It's truly astounding. I've been at Citizens for 28 years, and I attribute that to the mission of Citizens, and what they want to support is fully aligned with who I am as a person. They want to make sure that the workforce development program, which allows people who may not get opportunities to be able to get a living wage job and support their family. And that's the name of the game. And so Citizens has been unwavering in that respect. And we spend a lot of time on really financial literacy, which is also part of Cheryl's program, and workforce development, which of course this is right up that alley. So again, very, very simple. What we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to help this community be stronger.
And I think it's so important that in these times, we need all the strength and the joy that we can get. I'll ask you, Lisa, before we get ready to wrap up, what's coming up for Citizens this summer, this year? Is there anything you're working on, or just anything you want to drop here in the Java Cafe first?
Thank you. No, we're doing the same things. We're very consistent. We're working with the city on the summer work program. for high school students.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so we provide, again, financial literacy for that. We're very much a supporter. It gets kids to get some skills as they're going through high school and really underscore the importance of education. And so we'll be doing that again this year.
Okay.
And this will be our largest cohort in the past, I think, 5 years.
Consistency is key. You don't necessarily have to do anything new if what's working and is having impact. And so, Lisa, thank you for the 3rd year in a row. I can say thank you because I can see the impact of, what you're doing here. And so I believe.
But I think I get to announce the winners.
Oh, I did. It would be nice that I look at my notes. And so Lisa thank you for being our co-producer and co-host.
I've got your back. Okay. So,
so we're getting ready to announce the winners. And so we're going to do a little bit. We do have a little bit of sound effects. And so, Lisa, please do us the pleasure of announcing today's winners, of this year's winners.
Okay. The winners of the Boston Public Markets Entrepreneurship Forum Incubator Competition is Ninawa Zero Waste Clothes and Melt in Your Mouth. And they are, I think we
may break a little bit of the protocol, but just while Lisa is here, if you can just come up and stand with her real quick. We're going to interview you in a couple of seconds, but just come with Lisa. Be careful for the cord and come and so they can see you all. Come over a little bit on this side. Come between us.
And if you get a chance to talk to these two amazing women and hear their story, it's worth the time because they are truly, truly amazing.
And we are definitely going to hear their story in a few moments. We're going to take a quick break and come back with them. But Lisa, this would not again be possible for these queens, wonderful women here. A lot of the other people that have been here. Murad came in and he's still here and he's growing. It would not be possible without your and Citizens Bank support. So though you're always out and running around, you still find time to make this happen.
Absolutely.
So Lisa, thank you so much. And we're going to talk to both of our winners in just a couple of seconds. And we will be right back with you in just a couple of seconds. Thank you for being with us. We have a few more guests to go and we'll let you go, but you should be eating your lunch now. And if you're in the downtown area, we'll be here for about maybe the next 45 minutes. There's a plethora of food options for you. Come in to the Java Cafe and say hi real quick. We'll be right back with you. Hey, everybody, we are back with one of the winners, and this is Ninawa Zero Waste Clothes and Melt in Your. Now, you're going to have to please. Oh, Niawa. Okay. I'm sorry. I was reading them both together. This is Niawa Zero Waste Clothes because I was getting. Thank you so much for that because I was going to say Zero Waste Clothes and then Melt in Your Mouth. I'm like, wait a minute. What? All right. So here's your mic. If you could please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. And, we understand zero waste, but give us your perspective and why you have this business. And come a little closer up here for us. Thank you.
My name is Ellen. My business is Ninawa Zero Waste Cloth. I upcycle unwanted trash textile materials such as a curtain, sheet, tablecloth, unwanted cloth. I turn them to eco-friendly tote bags, kitchen accessories like apron and others. I started my business in 2019 while I was experiencing homelessness, living in women's shelter. And I found my experience very powerful to start a business and focusing in sustainability and zero waste. As all we know, there's a lot of textiles and clothes daily, not even like hourly, going to the landfill. So I focus in upcycling them to eco-friendly tote bags to reduce the uses of plastic bag by replacing them with eco-friendly tote bags.
I can definitely appreciate that. And as I said, come up a little bit. We're definitely familiar with the general concept of zero waste. I'm going to ask you a question because as a designer, you could have just went and designed clothes without that intentionality. What is your personal commitment around the zero waste concept? Because you didn't have to. You could have just designed anything. What is your personal commitment to the zero waste?
So my commitment to zero waste is, as we all know, there's a lot of uses of plastic bags. So when I upcycle textile material, the textile material that I upcycle, they are here locally. So my resources are all locally here. I upcycle them and made them here locally. And also I sell them here locally. It's kind of like circling the economy. I already made and sold more than 1,700 tote bags. Resident in Boston area are all like carrying my upcycled eco-friendly tote bags.
Elaine, it means so much to know that not only this is going to have a impact and sustainability on community, but can you, and I want you to I can hold the mic for you. But I want you to start showing us some of them. But when you say sustainability, are the actual items sustainable as well? And I'm asking that for a reason.
Yes. For example, this tote bag has a story. This one was a curtain, and this was vintage tablecloth, and the holder were a dress, and the pocket were leftover fabric. So the sustainability is it is the story of the tote bag, of the upcycling, and the zero waste.
And I've heard you refer to the story. Tell us now, when you're making the bags, what presumably are you making them yourself?
Yes, my business partner is sewing machine is over there. Without my sewing machine, I cannot make these. It does not get paid. It's like worked for free for me.
Can you show us? I'll hold this for you. Can you show us a couple of other items? And again, folks, if you are watching, you can come down to Boston Public Market and get these and get the gluten-free Jennifer Lee's baked goods and whatnot. Matter of fact, you can get them, get a whole bunch, and then go get a bag, fill your bag, and then, you'll be good. So this, wait a minute. It's red. I mean, it's, maybe for one of the, in the pocket.
So the story.
Tell us about this one.
So the story of this tote bag. This is the red was a jacket. That's why there is a pocket here, and this part was a table runner. The holder were leftover fabric, and the pocket was a curtain.
So let me ask you this: do you see what's available to recycle and design? Or do you design first and then go see what's available?
I design whatever I have fabric.
Okay.
My customers donate for me leftover fabric, curtain sheet, cloth. So my collection are unique and different each time. If someone come in and tell me, can you make the exact one? I'm sorry, I cannot, but I can.
It may not be possible. So are we in some sense saying that these are custom, one-of-a-kind bags?
Yes, they are unique. I believe each person is unique, and the differences are richness. That's why I make each tote bag unique, because each person deserves unique item.
You are very unique yourself. I love your spirit. And thank you so much for being with us. And congratulations.
Thank you very
Can we
much.
say congratulations? Last question is, What is coming up for you now that you're at Boston Public Market? You're going to get the support. What's coming up for you as far as your business expansion?
I would like to appreciate everyone in this great community for choosing me to be one of the winner and having this opportunity to be member in this friendly community. So I will be here starting in the fall, welcoming my customers and new customers. Also, I would like to appreciate each customer since I started in 2019 for believing in me, and in each person who gave me an opportunity and advised me and coached me. Thank you very much for everyone.
Thank you, Aileen. Thank you so much. Let's give her a hand. We're going to take another break and be back with you in just a couple of seconds.
Microphone check 1 2. Here we go. Java with Jimmy live at the City Winery. Microphone check 1 2. How you doing? I am well. Are you? We just here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time with everybody, hanging out at City Winery. I'm gonna perform, and they're taking pictures of us. So I'm gonna do like this real quick.
Everyone, and we are back with one of the winners that is here with us today. And we I had it confused for a couple of seconds. I was combining your product with the sustainable clothes and melt in your mouth. And so we had so we had SIPA. We have SIPA who is here with us, and of course you're coming with treats. So first of all, SIPA, tell us about your business, and then tell us about your experience of going through this wonderful process with Citizens Bank and also here at the folks at Boston Public Market.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Shilpa, and I'm the founder, owner of Melt in Your Mouth. We specialize in handcrafted, all-natural desserts made from scratch with seasonal ingredients from other local businesses. So we believe that you don't have to choose between health and taste. So all our products are free from artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, and high fructose corn syrup. And they're made especially to share with your loved ones, especially children.
So let me ask you, because along with Jennifer Lee, you're similar. There is this intentionality of ensuring that those that have allergies or all types of allergies or gluten, I think is an allergy, or yeah. Where is this? Let me be very honest. Is this a trend that's happening, or is it more intentionality? Who was the person that used Murad talked about accessibility? Like, is it about accessibility?
So it is something for me that wasn't really a trend, but it actually started from a personal need. So when my daughter was born, she's standing right there, one of my cheerleaders. So when my daughter was born, she was diagnosed with lactose intolerance. Okay. And just like Jennifer Lee's, that set out to do allergy friendly, when I was looking at that point 10 years ago for allergy friendly desserts, because I love desserts, I realized it was incredibly difficult to find good allergy friendly desserts that actually tasted good.
Right.
It was almost like going through labor. And then at the same time, I discovered the link between artificial dyes and health concerns like ADHD. And now I had this precious little child, and I wanted to make sure that I gave the best for her. So that's where the intentionality started for me, to make sure that I come up with real ingredient-based, clean label desserts, because I was passionate about desserts. So
speaking about passion, I'm sure your involvement here with Cheryl and Boston Public Market, you've sensed the passion, unique concept. But can you talk about the passion that you've sensed since being here, going through the process with Boston Public Market, thanks to Citizens Bank? Can you talk about your experience here with Cheryl and her team?
Yes, absolutely. Cheryl and her team, each and every one of them have been extremely helpful in bringing this program to local small businesses like mine. And just the fact that their mission, which is similar to mine, to bring quality, locally made products to the community here, make them more accessible to the community here in the city of Boston and the greater Boston. I can sense that. And then the fact that they're doing that by giving us a chance to small local businesses like mine is incredible. And on top of it, them giving us the resources, the education that is needed. Like a lot of us might not have the basics in financials or basics in marketing. So giving us real life fundamentals that are needed to run our businesses and giving us mentorship. So I was tied with Bagel Guild for mentorship. So giving us mentors who actually make a difference for us, I think that's incredible. Exactly what is needed for our small businesses.
Definitely. And speaking of incredible, as we get ready to wrap up, I would like to, on behalf of your representative, like to share with you that they solicited an award for you. And so this is from the Commonwealth, or it's a citation rather, from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives. Be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Silpa Pandey in recognition of Melt in Your Mouth Bakery being named the winner, one of the winners of the Boston Public Market Incubator Competition. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 26th day of June 2025 at the State House, this is signed by Ronald Mariano, and offered by your state representative, Edward R. Phillips, just for you. Can we give Silpa a hand, everyone?
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate the visibility and the doors that this opportunity opens for every small business owner like mine. Thank you so much.
Silpa, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with you in just a couple of seconds.
I'm a very sensitive person, and I feel the pain of my people. They know me, they call on me, and I assure them that I'm not a provider, but I am one who cares. I always say to them, well, it's better to know than not to know, because if you know, you can do something about it. Think about the loved ones around you. Think about the ones that love seeing you come through that door. Take the step and get tested. That's it.
Save lives and get screened for colon cancer. For more information, visit boston.gov/cancer.
Hey, everyone. We are back here at Boston Public Market. Let me hear you make some noise out in the audience there. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this person that's here with me right now is usually behind the scenes, sending emails, checking with me and making sure everything's good, reminding me of things. And so I would like to present to some and introduce to others, Chelsea Dozier? Dolliner. I was doing it by memory. Chelsea Dolliner, and you are tell folks who you are, say hello, greet the people. She thinks she's going to get away in 30 seconds, but I'm probably going to keep her up here for about 45.
I'm Chelsea Dolliner. I'm the Chief Marketing and Engagement Officer for the Boston Public Market. So I help in collaboration with Cheryl and the rest of our team to make sure that the Entrepreneurship Forum is a success every year. And thanks, of course, a huge part to Citizens for all of the judges they offer us, all of the support, and being here today. I am going to get away in 30 seconds because we have much more interesting people to talk after me. But I just wanted to say thank you to James again for coming. This is the third time you've helped us make this announcement. It's a cornerstone program of the market and something that's extremely important to us. And I'm just up here announcing today that in addition to sharing with you our winners, we're also opening our applications for next year.
Now, hold on, everyone. Go ahead, clap. You can clap. But if you are watching and you are an entrepreneur and you have a product and you are wondering, Jimmy, none of you ever reached out, but if you were looking into it, this is the time you need to pay attention so you can find out about the application process. So Chelsea, it's all yours.
So it's a very low touch point application. You can find it on our website at bostonpublicmarket.org/entrepreneurship. Applications will be open until September 8th. It's really just a few questions for us to help get to know you and get to know your business. Any business in New England made or produced here is welcome to apply. It really indicates your interest in learning more about retail business and potentially becoming a vendor in the Boston Public Market in the way that these two amazing women have. So come apply. It's really focused on expanding your knowledge with help of Citizens, and we're thrilled to be into our 4th year with their support.
Chelsea, one of the things I want to ask you as the marketing person, 45 seconds, not 30. So we hear about, how Cheryl and the team, which you're a part of, entreats the entrepreneurs and those that come here. I've got to talk to Cheryl a lot, but I want to ask you, that someone that I interact with a lot and is marketing is somewhat of a face. From your perspective, tell us in your words the mission, and you can say for you how important it is or how you like working here. But I want to hear from you about the perspective of Boston Public Market and why you all take the approach that you do.
Our mission is at its core all about community. It's about developing our community. It's about building a community around food. It's about welcoming everyone in our community in through our doors. And we do that in so many different ways with programs like the Entrepreneurship Forum that offer entry-level spaces for free to local businesses in addition to their development. It's about hosting 50 plus community engagement events every single month planned by Amy Gilbert, who's done an amazing job taking over.
50 plus a month? A month, not a year.
No, a month. We're on track to have over 750 public-facing events this year. So be sure to check out our calendar. There's literally always something going on. And then it's about supporting the vendor community, finding ways to support the small businesses. As we heard from some of them are one-person teams. And so finding ways that the Boston Public Market helps expand their knowledge, expand their development and their growth through the market and beyond.
So one of the things about, teams and partnerships, there's a partner that's getting ready to come up. And so we're not going to do the commercial. We're just going to do an informal change. So Chelsea's going to leave us, and a good friend, sister friend, and someone that is very active in community and is a big part of making this happen is Jessie Merrill.
What's
Did
up?
I get it right? Merrill?
Mermel. Nobody gets it right. It's okay. It's like like mermaid, and then
but
Mel,
you told
like
me
bell,
this before,
tell, well.
and your best friend, one of your best friends just looked at me and said, Jimmy, we told you that before. And so, Jessie.
You're good. How are you?
Honestly, tired.
Yeah. Well, I think you just summed up 2025. Physically tired, emotionally tired, but you know what? We're still here.
We're still here.
Yeah.
I should have had you on the show. So, Jessie, from your perspective, you work with Boston Public Market. And I know that you were very particular about working with people. Why Boston Public Market for you?
So I run DeWitt Impact Group. We're a social impact consulting firm in Massachusetts. We work with nonprofits, foundations, and unions, and we only work with organizations. We're really selective that we know are working to move the needle on social impact, to create a better community. And you just heard from Chelsea, you've heard from Cheryl, and honestly, more importantly, you've heard from all of these incredibly diverse small businesses about what the market is doing for them, for their opportunity, for their families, for their communities. And so it's really an honor for us to be a small part of the team that supports them. But I have to tell you, I have a long history with the market.
I was going to ask about we've asked folks about the professional, and that's the professional, but personally, what is your relationship with the market?
So way back in the Jurassic period, I was Deval Patrick's communications director.
Yep.
And you wouldn't think that the communications director would be in charge of this, but somehow I got asked to run point as the governor was working to make sure that the state supported getting Boston Public Market to open. We're talking 2013, 2014, leading up to 2015 when it opened. And so I had more calls than you can imagine with MassDOT, with the Mass Department of Ag, because MassDOT owns this building. There are all sorts of state components to making this happen that are not sexy, I can assure you, but are necessary to make things happen. And so I remember standing out on the plaza behind us. I don't know why, but it was spring and they were handing out bunches of asparagus to celebrate that the outdoor version of Boston Public Market, which was like the first few months before the building was ready, was opening. And it was such a big deal. So for me to be here and to be supporting Cheryl and Chelsea and the team, but also to see the incredible diversity of thriving small businesses here just feels so deeply personally satisfying, because I know the impact it's having, but also because I was standing out there with that bunch of asparagus on a cold spring day celebrating the opening.
Now, I'm not mad at asparagus. I actually like asparagus
Me
cooked
too.
and also on salads as well, chopped up. So when you talk about, going back to Governor Patrick's commitment, he saw what this could do, your commitment to this for you, Jesse, to see you were involved with the edifice and whatnot, but to see this partnership happen between citizens, this entrepreneurship program, you being familiar with Cheryl and the model here. One word to summarize all of this. As a communications person, I'm going to challenge you.
4 words: market on a mission. It's the tagline for a reason.
So as a marketing person, you were on point and you were ready. Market on a mission. All right, I'm going to challenge you even more. Break that. What, from your perspective, what have you seen demonstrated in this mission? Again, we have the building, we have the vendors, we have the women, we have the entrepreneurs, but there's a synergy that happens here between all of that. Tell us about, from your perspective, about that mission.
So, we just heard from some incredible entrepreneurs who won this forum. When you have an entrepreneur who founded a business in a homeless shelter and now has an opportunity to sell their incredible product to people from Boston, to tourists, that is not something that would happen at any other food hall or market in Boston. And as much as we love the other spaces and they're important to our ecosystem too, what Citizens has done with this forum, what the market has done in creating this, physical space, but also this space, you know what I mean?
Yes. A mindset, a philosophy.
A mindset, a philosophy is so transformational. And I know I said this before, but it's transformational at every level. It's transformational for the entrepreneur and for their family. It's transformational for the customers who get access to all of this. And it's transformational to the neighborhood and the community. And that's why, when Cheryl called me to ask if we'd help out, I was like, I want in.
And the other piece is transformational to the economy.
Absolutely.
It is transformational to the economy.
You know what? Small businesses employ more people in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts than any other major employer. And so you want to know who's putting people to work in Massachusetts? It's small businesses like the folks who are at Boston Public Market working hard every single damn day.
And it's no, you're good.
I'm gonna get fined.
And please, no, not at all. And in a manner that, because we haven't even really gotten to, there's so much divisiveness in the world that food and fellowship. We have I'm old school. I call it beer garden. We have the
the bar over there.
The bar over there. That builds relationship, that builds camaraderie, that builds, you can come here and it's open so you could sit next to somebody, may bump them by mistake, excuse me, start a conversation, and you meet somebody from across the world.
So I'll tell you, just today, I had bought the other day a piece of art from Laurel Green. It's Greenfield. Did I get that right, Cheryl? Laurel Greenfield's beautiful art stand just over there. I'm looking at it. She does stunning paintings of food and other products, and you can buy prints of it. And I bought one to put in a guest bedroom because anyone who knows me knows I love ice cream. So it's a print of this lovely, incredibly cheerful drawing she did, or painting she did of ice cream. And I just got to meet her.
You got to meet the actual artist.
I got to meet her. I got to say thank you. I got to tell her the story of why the art meant something to me, how I'm going to use it. You don't get to do that anyplace else. You get to do that at the Boston Public Market.
I was going to say you took that from me, but because of small businesses, you get that intimate sort of one-on-one. So you get it, the customer to the business, and then the business gets that through the entrepreneurship program. They get that one-on-one sort of mentoring. I believe it was Stilpert had mentioned the mentoring
that the Bagel Guild has been mentoring Melt in Your Mouth Bakery. Where else do you get that?
It just makes so much sense. And again, there's the edifice, there's the food and whatnot, but there's some things that they're intangible, they're philosophy, they're sort of the feel goods that we kind of need right now.
Oh, really?
I'm not going to get you started, Jesse.
Is stuff happening?
You're going to get me in trouble. No, not at all. Everything is just peachy keen. But no, Jesse, we're going to, and I'm going to flip it just a little bit again and not do a formality, but we're going to get ready to bring Cheryl back.
Yes.
We can
The
have
real
both
woman
of
of the
you back
hour.
up here. And Jesse, if you want to stay as well, we have.
No, I'm going to
You're
cede the
gonna
ground to the
leave?
boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Cheryl. Come on up. Let's give Cheryl a hand as she's coming. Let's give Jesse a hand as well.
Thank you. It's so great to be back up here to kind of wrap things up and
Get ready to close out. And you know, for those they can't see it in the shot, not really, but for those that are here, they see a couple of awards here, and we want to mention them
Yes.
to you in
Can I-
Boston Public Market. Go ahead.
Can I hand them to you?
Yes, you can hand them
Yes.
to me. And as we're doing that, I think Lisa had to leave out, but I meant to do this while she was here. Just a little bit about the Citizens Financial Group. This is one of the nation's oldest financial institutions. And just to reiterate that they are committed to the financial literacy piece, and they're one of the top ones in commercial banking and offers a broad range of commitment. But without Citizens, this would not be possible. And so along with you, we're sort of just presenting to the whole concept here. And so
Can I thank you for mentioning that. So
Yes.
it's a good in for me to say, I mean, the entire Citizens team has been amazing. Obviously, Lisa, you know, it starts at the top, and then Maria and April and the entire team. We are so grateful for all their help and for the incredible generosity that Citizens has shown to the Boston Public Market and those who participate in the forum. So, Citizens up there, we are so grateful to you.
I am grateful to them as well, because this wouldn't be possible. This is our third year, Cheryl.
Yes.
This is our third year. So I want to start with this one from a good friend and guy that was on the show recently and just, I'll say, slayed us. And so what it says here, June 26, 2025, to the Boston Public Market community, congratulations on your 10th anniversary. We're celebrating all year. I am glad to join in recognizing the market's incredible work in Boston over the past decade. For the last 10 years, the Boston Public Market has cultivated a diverse community around food. It has served as a neighborhood building space for millions of visitors, community members, and entrepreneurs alike. The market has also demonstrated a steadfast commitment to promoting entrepreneurship, community engagement, and opportunities for small and women-owned businesses, all while highlighting the importance of fresh and local food. I know I am joined by the people of Boston when I congratulate Boston Public Market on 10 years of success. I wish you the very best in many years that are surely to come. And this is from the Honorable Edward J. Markey. Put your hands together for him.
Yeah. And Senator Markey is a frequent patron of the Boston Public Market whenever he's in town and not caught up in the you-know-what of Washington, D.C. So he's been, Senator Markey's been amazing for the market. Sorry.
You and Jesse, listen, it's at the end. We're good. We're going to have you two be.
We're trying to say all the right things, sort of.
But not just say, Cheryl, I can't reiterate. I was going to ask you to pass, but as you're doing, I can't reiterate enough. Saying the right. Wow. A lot of people say the right things, but we need people that are going to do the right thing.
We agree with that.
But you are. Not
Thank
only
you.
do you agree, but you're actually doing it. So similar to Senator Markey, we have the actual certificate and special recognition as well. And then Cheryl passed me the other one. Now, we may be breaking some of the protocol of city and state and all that. Listen, we're celebrating the great work here at Boston Public Market. We also have one from my good friend, Mayor Michelle Wu, in honor of Boston Public Market on its 10th anniversary and celebrating its national recognition as the #3 public market in the country by USA Today. Yes, make some noise for that. Honoring a decade of commitment to local food, community, and New England producers. On behalf of the city of Boston, congratulations on this milestone and best wishes for all of your future endeavors. Mayor Michelle Wu.
And I've told this story before about Mayor Wu, but I mean, she genuinely means that. For many years when she was a city councilor, I would often see her coming to the Boston Public Market at the end of her day. She will have picked up her 2 kids then. She now has 3, 2 kids then from daycare and City Hall. Yep. And she would bring those kids over to pick up some apples or something. She was teaching them snacking and treats can be fresh food as well.
That's the thing about, hearing it said and whatnot, but seeing, and especially with all due respect, with an elected official coming and being active and in community is awesome as well. We also have a couple more we want to share, and I think it's so important to keep doing this. Our guest who was just here, and also our counselor, Gabriela Collada Zapata. Be it resolved that the Boston City Council honors the Boston Public Market in recognition of the 10-year anniversary year-round, as I said, indoor marketplace in downtown Boston, committed to providing access to fresh, locally sourced food and to promoting the vitality of New England's agricultural and artisanal communities. We celebrate this milestone and express our appreciation for its continued commitment to building a stronger, more equitable, and more delicious Boston, signed by the City Council President, Rusi Louijen, who was here, and presented by Gabriela Zapata on June 26, 2025. Both of them were just actually here with us.
They were here, and I say the amazing women of the Boston City Council. You just got to love them.
Cheryl, y'all are, women are doing it.
We certainly are.
And so are men. That's why I wanted to, mention Murad as well, because you definitely have that spirit to mentor, and we definitely appreciate it. And we're going to save, let me see, which one am I going to do? Let's save this one for last. So the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we had the House of Representatives. Now we have the State Senate. Official citation, be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Boston Public Market in recognition of your 10-year anniversary and your vital contributions to the local economy, food access, and entrepreneurial ecosystem. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, and a copy thereof transmitted to the Clerk of the Senate, and that is signed by Karen Spilka and also Michael D. Hurley and our good friend Lydia Edwards, June 26, 2025. And we have one more from our good friend, and 2 of our good friends. Actually, one came over at our first show.
Yes.
And so I'll tell you who that is in a couple of seconds. Well, you'll figure it out as I read it. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Boston Public Market, on behalf of the residents of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I am pleased to confer upon you this governor's citation in recognition of your 10-year anniversary. On this milestone occasion, we commend your market being named the 3rd best public market in the country by USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Award. That was by the readers. That wasn't by an editorial board.
It was for
That's
real.
Different.
It was for real.
Just Cheryl saying that lets you know how Cheryl rolls. I love it. May you continue to make an impact on local food, New England producers, and our great community. This 25th day of June, 2025, signed, and I learned this, by Her Excellence, Maura T. Healy, and the Honorable Kimberly Driscoll. I think I got that right. So you're walking out to, Cheryl, you give out so much, and I know that these are pieces of paper, and I know it's not just for you. You celebrate the team, but to have this, when you don't do it for recognition and you're recognized, it means so much different. And so similar to Jennifer, I saw that look on your face. We can unequivocally say that, like, Cheryl is committed to this work. That's why it's so impactful, because if it was just a job.
Well, and I want to say, I really subscribe to the theory of it takes a village, and we have an amazing team at the Boston Public Market. We have many of whom have, participated, Chelsea and everyone else, Jesse, Amy, Shannon, Aaron, who have contributed to making today such a success. We obviously love having you in the market, Jimmy, and I know you know that. And we love also what you do for the community. You are also a convener, in many ways. When we started doing this 3 or 4 years ago, and we were thinking, who do we want to invite into the market to announce the winners of the Entrepreneurship Forum and the culmination of it. And we were very clear we wanted it to be you. And now we've struck up this very meaningful partnership for us, which I know that you enjoy as well. And then we're incredibly grateful to have the support and recognition of all these public officials and agencies. And we will treasure these citations. They're not just pieces of paper, because I actually know from individual conversations that everything said in these citations, people believe them to be true. We're very proud of the work we do here, and we're very proud that the Boston Public Market has become such an iconic destination in downtown Boston.
It's definitely a destination for me. And, Cheryl, I share the sentiment along, with Jesse and TDS and whatnot. You talk about the village. There's a cohesion here just with us doing this, but then also, just with what you're doing here in the market. And as I said, partnership and whatnot are fine, and coming down here was cool. But if I didn't believe in this is my 4th or 5th time back here. And so it is something that I am committed to as well. So Cheryl, thank you as always.
Thank you.
And I gave Lisa a hug. We're going to break protocol. I'm going to give Cheryl a hug before we go.
Yes, we're huggers. Thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. And thanks
Thank you.
to Jimmy's whole team, Aaron and everybody. Thank you so much for all your hard work.
And thank all of you for tuning in today. Today's the Hudson said the 26th. Today is the 26th. It is a Thursday, right? So as you all know, for regular viewers, today's my Friday. We'll see you all on Monday. Actually, we'll see you on Monday at 10 a.m. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe, and make sure you plan to come to the Boston Public Market. And again, you can come and fill a sustainable bag with 2 different variation of different types of treats that taste good. That if you're, when Jennifer said that the mother cried because her child had never had like that the entrepreneurship piece I enjoy that. But there's something there to have people that can't have an experience with food. That's major. What was it for you when you first learned about her concept?
I mean, I think that when Jen Lee started it, she was 17 years old. I mean, and I think that what she demonstrates, and we see it in the 2 winners of the Entrepreneurship Forum, the resilience and the determination. It's incredibly gratifying.
All right. That was just a thought off the top of my head. We were supposed to wrap up, but Cheryl, as always, thank you. And to those that are out in the Java land, we'll see you.